Okay, so we finished Friday practice here at the Bathurst 12 Hour for 2011. Peter O'Donnell is the owner of the BMW 335i, which is the lead car in the GWS Motorsport Attack. Peter, how's practice gone so far this weekend?
Yeah, look, it's pretty well going to plan. We're just sorting out a few things with tyres, and you know, our cars was getting a bit hot in that session, but you know, so were the drivers inside it. So look, it's all settling in. All the cars seem to be going pretty well. The 335's starting to put on some good lap times. Christian's done a couple of good times. I couldn't quite find the speed in that last session, but then it got red flagged, and we called quits after that.
This is the first time you've actually driven this car around Mount Panorama. How does it compare to the other cars that you've driven around this circuit in the past?
Look, the 130s are probably a bit easier to drive here. I actually drove the 335 here in November at the Drive Bathurst Day, so I was able to do some laps in it then, but not competitive laps, but settled into the car quite well. Once we get it tweaked a little bit more, I mean, it's still a good car, very good car to drive. It's very comfortable. You know, it should do the distance quite well, and it's, you know, while it's much faster, so it's a bit more demanding on the straights than the other cars, and across the top it's a little bit quicker as well, but it's still pretty comfortable to drive.
Obviously you've got Matt Hanson and Christian de Gostin as your co-drivers for this weekend. How are they settling in so far?
Yeah, look, really well. Christian is very experienced at this circuit and in a whole lot of cars, so you know, he got in and was quick right from the start. He had a bit of a test day in the car at Eastern Creek a couple of months ago, so you know, that was good to get the feel of it. So he's settled straight into the car very well. Matt's just dialing in. Matt hasn't raced here before, so Mount Panorama is always a bit of an eye-opener for anyone that hasn't been here, especially in a reasonably quick car. So you know, he's just finding his pace and starting to put in some respectable times. So he'll get quicker tomorrow and quicker in the race. So yeah, look, it should be a pretty strong team.
Any plans to make any changes to the car ahead of qualifying tomorrow?
No real changes. You know, we'll put some fresh brake pads in it, and they'll probably give us a little bit more braking where there's a little bit of uncertainty when you come through the chase really fast. You know, you've got to make sure that your brakes are up to the job after that. Maybe a couple of minor adjustments on the shocks, but you know, the car's settling in pretty well. We went for a different tyre choice to what we originally tried this morning. It's just too hot for the ones that we had, so you know, unfortunately I went out on the softer ones this afternoon in my session, whereas the other guys were just roading some harder tyres, which are the ones we'll end up using over the weekend. So yeah, not a lot of changes, just a couple of minor tweaks and we're good to go.
All right, well, we look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow after qualifying.
Thanks, Lachlan.